evening, everybody. Dadman Walking 55 coming to you from the East Coast at, 5 minutes after 8? Yes, we're a few minutes late, but you know what? They say good things come to those who wait, and tonight you are in for a big treat. One of the greatest voices and personalities around YouTube anywhere you will ever find, and we have plans for this person in the future, hopefully. We'll talk more about that soon. But hey, thank you for everybody being here. We got 8 on the YouTube side also. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe. We're going to have Twitch also. We're over on Twitch tonight. Make sure you follow us over there. Well, long story short, we're here on a Friday night, which is a little abnormal for us from this time. Usually these talks are on Thursday nights. Mrs. will be live at 10 o'clock tonight with some movie of some type. She's with Grandma Man Walking, and they do the movie nights over there. But hey, let's go without further ado. No snortapoopus. We don't chase the guest away. Thank you, though. But I tell you, this is a great lady that's been around all of YouTube for a long time. One of the great friendly voices around. Greets people in chats and stuff. And I love when she's come through the Mrs. when Mrs. has done diamond painting and things like this. You've been on a panel on Mark's channel with her a few times. No, you're not. No. It's too late, but hey. But yes, another great person that we are attempting. I wish West and Fallout Dave were here. That we are attempting and endeavoring to get into the world of Fortnite. Yes, it is the one, the only, the great Six. Hello, Six.
Hello, Dad Man. Thank you so much for the compliment about my voice. I've been cultivating it for a long time.
Well, I
a lot of packs of Lucky Strikes went into this voice.
Sorry.
Are you okay? You gonna make it?
I don't know after that. That was damn good. That was damn good, Six.
You know, I used to smoke. Don't smoke.
My wife used to.
Don't
my wife
start it.
Yeah.
Mrs. Dadman did?
She did. She even rolled her own cigarettes.
No.
Yeah, she did.
I remember watching my grandmother when I was probably single digits rolling her own cigarettes and just being fascinated and just kind of watching and wishing that I could do it, but she wouldn't let us.
Oh, yeah, I know. That was one of the things about parents and grandparents all the time. They do it, but don't do it. Although I will say my dad gave me the best lesson I ever had once. He he told me, okay, fine, chewing tobacco. He said, okay, fine, try it one night. Man, I got so sick on that stuff. You know how your grandparents used to sleep in separate beds and separate rooms? Yep. I always went with my granddad and all. That night, my body produced so much natural gas that my granddad went and slept with my grandmother. That's how bad it was.
Did you swallow it? What makes you sick about it? Because
I think that I swallowed it,
right?
Yeah, but you're supposed to spit it, but I don't care how much spit you do, it will go down.
You're not a spitter. You swallowed.
I think I did both, but my dad had a spit container, but he didn't always use it. I don't know how he did that.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine kissing somebody who what is it called? Chew?
Yeah, chew. Yeah.
Yeah. Do they even still make it, or has it been banned?
No, they have the little dip that you put between your chicken gum. You have dip, and then you have the shredded stuff, or you have a plug where you can just bite off the plug.
I don't understand. I mean, I smoke cigarettes, but my inhaling was not. I was a fake smoker for a long time. Like, I don't even think I knew how to smoke. I always felt like a fraud holding a cigarette. It just, it wasn't my thing. I think I did it. I started the first time I ever smoked. Well, actually, no, I remember from my grandmother. She had her butt in the ashtray, and I picked up the butt and I got a buzz. I was like, oh, wee. But it's probably because I forgot to exhale or something like that. But my first real cigarette was 15. Because really? I would get these coupons out of these fashion magazines that I would buy. And it was for a free pack of Capri or Misty, one of those girly brands. And so I'd go to the gas station across the street from my house and I'd get free packs of cigarettes, and they didn't check my ID. I didn't have one.
Mhm. Wow.
That was how I started. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's disgusting. But the thing about my grandmother smoking is she wouldn't let us chew gum.
Yeah.
And I always
Oh
thought, what a
gosh.
hypocrite.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just talking gum and she's wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, let's get in and say hi to the chat. We'll get more into that because that's the only thing I've never smoked. Somebody's like, know what weed is? I'm like, no, I lived a sheltered life. I don't know what the smell or any of that stuff is. I just know cigarettes, but I actually worked in buildings. My parents smoked when I was young. Back in the 90s when I started my first job, they smoked. Smoke was all in the building, but I couldn't go back to it nowadays. It's just so heavy.
Remember going to a restaurant and saying non-smoking section?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine now having like the smoking section directly next to the non-smoking section?
Oh, what I love is Airplane. Yeah, have you ever watched Airplane?
Oh yes, love that movie.
We can talk about that a little bit, but I love when he said, "I want one ticket to Chicago, smoking or non-smoking, smoking," and they hand a ticket and it's smoking. Love it.
I need to watch that again. I should buy that movie.
You know what? You'd be great on. Have you ever heard about our squirrel streams?
Squirrel streams.
Yeah.
No.
Well, usually they've been late night. Oh crap. Let's see.
What are they?
What they start out were really the late night streams. Because like I told you about the way life is right now and how so much is chaotic where it just, I don't plan much. It's just, we just go live and have fun. Well, what happened was we just go live with no random topic. One time it took me 3 episodes to talk fully about breakfast cereals. 3 episodes.
Oh, wow.
And one night in about 3.5 hours, we hit 34 different topics. I say it's like we swing tree to tree, bounce nut to nut.
Oh, okay.
Where we just hit whatever we want to, whatever comes up.
Sure.
Then whatever comes up, comes out. You sound like you would be a natural for those types of streams. Just going with the flow.
Yeah, I actually talk about whatever.
Yeah, I want to show you one of the thumbnails that we came up with this one before I get to the chat, because I'm going to pick on a few of our people in the chat in just a second.
Yeah, pick away.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're here for, to make me look good. So like right here, I was going to show you what happened with one of these streams. Let's see there. Okay. Well, one night it was National Fruitcake Day, and somehow we spent an hour and a half on fruitcakes. The next time we spent an hour and a half on porta potties.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
I have a lot of experience with one of those, and I won't say which.
Well, basically, so it came up. My wife came up with this, try to capitalize on it instead of another channel. We just called it the late night fruitcakes to porta potties because that's what we do. And she put me over here on the door right here, right there.
Yeah,
and it's just like, but I mean, who can spend an hour and a half on porta potties and fruitcakes, especially fruitcakes? That was the oddest thing. But also, what happened as soon as we started doing these streams, we had some road work done at the corner. They put a porta potty right in front of my house. Yes, on the how you have a sidewalk, you have the grass. Yep. On the grass part.
Right on the parkway.
Yeah, but then we pulled it up onto the sidewalk at some point. So
wow, that's
and
nice.
I will tell you though, I did go out there and I used it one night.
What?
Yes, I went out and used the porta potty.
Was the door facing your house?
No, it was facing the street. It was facing the street, but it smelled like flowers.
Flowers?
Yes, it was the most decadent, most nice smelling outhouse, porta potty I'd ever been in.
Wow, I've never, and I've been in a lot. I've never had an experience even close to that.
Well, I will tell you, it's always an experience for me. Yeah, I was like, I was actually, man, I need to go out there and use the bathroom there and save the toilet flushes in here. But
yeah, use their toilet paper, sure.
Yeah, gets a little too cheap though. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. I just had to do it once, and it was about the end of the project. And I was like, I'm glad I did because it smelled like flowers. Like South Park with Mr. Hanky.
No, I've not. I've seen multiple bits and clips, but I have not. I've never watched a South Park episode.
You've not seen Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo?
Nope.
Howdy hell, folks.
Not
Gosh,
familiar.
You smell like flowers. Anyway, well, let's say hi to the chat. Well,
Yeah.
Legatus is here. Hey, Legatus, good to see you starting off here tonight. How are you? And he's already got your channel out there too. We're going to be talking about your channel too in a bit, Six, and what you do. And we got the great polar bear of Pinellas County, Snortopoopas Cooper. Hello, humans and other critters. Good to see you, sir. How are you? Tim from FKHC 2005. Good to see you. Hell, back to you. I'm sorry, I'm like losing my voice already. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. Oh well, we fight through. There was one time a couple years ago I did lose my voice. I had to stop for a week. I tried to fight through
week.
It. Yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
My wife was like, "Good, get back to streaming so you can quit bothering me." You know. Tom F. Hey Tom, great to see you, dude. How are you doing tonight? Okay, we got the great Six, our wonderful guest here with us tonight. Good to see you and great to have you with us. And let's see, Fallsmeyer. Hey, Fallsmeyer, how are you doing? Glad to see you tonight. Part of the Figgy Plays team. Let's see. Yeah, and yes, you know, you can't. Yeah, don't encourage the guest to run, and the guest is too late to run away. We're like the Hotel California, so it's too late. I guess how would you bribe the bear though, Six? If you had to bribe Snortopoopas, what would you bribe him with?
Well, with fish, of course.
Fish. Okay.
I think that's what Snorty prefers.
I do know sometimes he likes seal or whale, so you know.
Oh yes, seal. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Strings and Pucks, good to see you. Couldn't stay long, but hey, glad you're here with us tonight. We're already 12 minutes in, and we still haven't really started. That's what's so great. We're just natural conversation. And Fallout Dave, here's one of the Fortnite crew guys. Hey, Fallout Dave, yes. Good to see you, Fallout Dave. And let's see. I think that's from your cigarette voice, the Snortopoopa said. Such a sexy voice. Oh, and then we got the Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. You know that one, right?
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Incorporated.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh my!
I don't watch a lot of like children. Like
it's not really, honestly, for an adult. It's a good movie to watch. It's not one of it may be animated. It is Pixar. But it was back when Pixar was good. Adults liked the movie. And I had this one.
To my list. I literally have a list.
I do too. I have a list with some friends, and it's like, dear God, we got to start meeting together so we can go down the list. But she's like a big, tall slug with these glasses. Looks like a librarian. Like, I'm watching, Wazowski. Always watching. So that was very close to that. Let's see if I missed anybody. Native Hawaiian, hello, welcome. I don't know if I've seen that name here before, but welcome. Glad to have you folks and everybody here tonight. Oh yeah, see, like there. Can you say that in that voice, Six?
I'm watching you, Mike Wazowski.
There you go. All right. See.
Now I really got to watch that movie.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Definitely do. Okay, like I said, Native Hawaiian is here. Good to see you too. I don't know. I'm not used to. I thought. Fallout Day said thought rolling cigarettes was a Wild West thing. You know, Mrs. She's a tough lady. She's a tough lady.
It's probably cheaper to roll your own.
It is. It's like the people that do their own ammo and stuff. If you get all the supplies and parts and stuff, you can do it easily yourself.
You know, I remember watching on Little House on the Prairie, or maybe it was reading the book, but Pa made his own bullets. And I was just fascinated by it and thinking, how come he doesn't blow up? But I don't know anything about guns. So I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I don't know. You know, I hear the day I've told the story, Six, whenever Snortopoopas finally started watching my streams, I'm like, I hit the big time. And then as I get him around, he shows his bad bear side like this.
He's a naughty bear.
He's a naughty bear, obviously, very much so. But Strings and Puck said at his last company, a guy who will get an empty coffee cup and fill it during a meeting, reverse drinking coffee. Yeah, you do. You know, you can do it. My dad could do it in church pretty easily. You know, I don't know. I don't get it. So.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Yeah.
But hey, it's legal, so have at it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's got all these warnings and all this stuff. Is crazy, crazy, crazy. Her butt was in the ashtray phrasing. I don't remember saying. I say lots of things.
my grandmother's cigarette butt.
Oh, okay. God.
When I took the,
That's, yep. I tell you, Granny's had a way with things, though. I miss my grandmother. I got to live across the street from my dad's mom, and we got banana pudding all the time, French fries. It just was so good having them that close.
Yeah. So yeah, mine was several hours away, but we would, spend vacations and spring break and all summer we would go up there and
we do Christmas over there. It was such a good time, such a good time. And here's the other Fortnite guy, Wes Cagle. Hell to you. We call this guy the Clown Prince of New Jersey.
Oh, the Clown Prince or Crown Prince?
Clown Prince.
Clown Prince. Okay.
Yeah. So exactly. He's all hell from New Jersey. Yeah, we got to have y'all with him. He will be a lot of fun. It's great things. He and I do a show on Wednesday nights together. And well, here's another one that has dominated my channel program in the last few months. The Eclectic Goat. Good to see you, Goat. Hope you're doing well tonight. Hope you're doing fine. So, yeah. Oh, Strings of Pucks remembers flying to England in the 80s, smoke filled for hours.
Oh, gosh.
Cool.
I can't stand the smell now. Like if I have a coworker who, will go outside and smoke a cigarette when they come back in, man, they just smell like an ashtray.
I know.
It's
You can't. I can't either. It's not like the old days,
especially since I was able to quit, I have this, well, if I can quit, anyone can quit. So I have this holier than thou attitude.
I understand the holier than thou. Although I think my wife has said before that she admits she would like to have one from time to time, but she doesn't. So,
Oh, if I went to a bar and was drinking, which I don't drink, but if I did, I would 100%. I'd be like, does anybody have a cigarette? Does anybody have a Marlboro Ultra Light 100 that I could have? Because that's what I used to smoke.
At least Marlboro's not the cheap, nasty ones. But yeah. Well,
I think when I last smoked, they were like $2.70 a pack, $2.75 or $2.80.
Yeah.
That was probably with tax.
Yeah.
And now I don't even know.
Is it like $40 a carton or something? I'm like,
is that all? I thought they were like $10 a pack now or something. I don't know.
It's like even at $40. I mean,
Chat will let us know.
I'm too cheap. It's like when I went to Las Vegas, I couldn't gamble. I was too cheap. I couldn't lose money. I'm too cheap.
Everybody has their vice.
Yeah.
I'm like, I watch garbage TV. So that's my, and you can judge me for that all you want. I don't care. But
Hey, we, well, it's like when I watched Beavis and Butthead coming out of college, and my dad looked at me. He looked at me. He was serious, like $40,000 education, and that's what you watch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I know, but everybody needs a little brain candy,
Yeah, exactly.
But if I watch garbage TV, does it really affect anybody else? Whereas, like what you were saying about the porta potty, smell is like smell and taste are two of the senses that we can't. Like you can take a picture of something, you can, you can record audio, you can do virtual reality experience, but you can't send somebody a scent. You can't send somebody a taste. You can send them a picture and they might be able to, in their mind's eye, remember what it smells like or what it tastes like. But I'm sure that's coming down the pipeline, being able to replicate that.
Oh, you never know these days. And Gap After Dark, welcome. Only you can, Dad, man. First eat the fruit cake and then you go to the porta potty. Hey, Gap. Good to see you tonight. Yeah, good to see you. See you. Still trying to get through the chat. So, yes, I do miss the porta potty. Oh, yeah. And the company's name was Floaters. Seriously, the company's name was Floaters.
Oh, man.
And their theme, and it was on the outside of that outhouse. It said, "You float them, we tote them."
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, God bless them for doing it. I admire and respect people who are willing to do that, and they deserve to be paid well for it too.
Oh yeah. See, look at Gap. This is how good of a chat I've developed. A great community people is like they come up with show ideas all the time and stuff like that. Travel the Southeast, sample all the cuisine, and use the porta potties around.
That is, you know what? And if you can't find, you could implement rest stops too.
Yeah,
porta potties. Rest stops.
Yeah. One of the oddest rest stops we ever saw was out in Kansas. It was truly in the middle of Egypt, if you know what I mean. There was flat land and nothing within miles. And just one building with the rest stop. Of course, then they also had a little sign, historical sign out front about the Bloody Benders. I'm not
Bloody
sure if you're
Benders.
familiar with that.
No.
Yes, it was a family of 4, a mother, father, a daughter, and a husband. There was some kind of rumors about a little bit of Appalachian incest too.
Ooh. Ooh.
Rumors, but they had many travelers, mostly men, just disappearing over months there in I think the 1800s, and never to be seen again.
That's
And
terrible.
I know, but welcome to Kansas. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Features serial killers.
You know, I've never been in a nice, quote unquote, nice rest stop. Every rest stop I've ever been in, it looks like they're filming a horror movie there, or I'm starring in the horror movie.
Don't stop in Mississippi. Do not stop in Mississippi. They had the worst. They had the worst. Yeah.
I'd rather stop in a gas station and at least there's somebody within screaming distance.
Well, that depends. Yeah, Follow Dave, he is the Pinellas polar bear, top of the world. That's a place near Snort, where he identified one of our stories where the lady lived. It's like a great place for older people, almost like the Villages. But you're feeding the baby bunny. Wow. Okay.
Aww.
Gap said Ma Pros or $10 a pack, saw in the store. Oh, by the way, do you like goats, sheep, those type of animals?
I love all animals.
Collected Goat raises them and all, and we actually had one stream dedicated to the animals. If you see it, go see it. She's got her own channel too, and a wonderful stuff that see there on Twitter. Also, lots of gorgeous animals, bunnies, sheep, everything that you can see. So
yes, I'm a big animal fan.
Tim says $60 to $70. Okay, got it. Oh, the Vice is goats. It's goats. Yeah, that's a lot. $67. That's like 2 tanks of gas these days.
Wow.
Snort. God, snort. It's hard to smoke a goat. So, all right. Yeah. Gap says rest stops remind him of Friday the 13th, so he doesn't stop anymore.
Exactly. And as much as I love Friday the 13th, I don't want to be in Friday the 13th.
Well, it's interesting you say about a gas station. When we did that trip 2 years ago, we actually went to Colorado. It was 16 days, 6,000 miles, and we did streams about it and stuff. It was so cool that we had that time. It was the first time my wife and I just went off by ourselves for like that. Now we were following the family, but half the time they did their own thing, so we basically were on our own. And the first stop we met Clobberin Times on that trip and got to have dinner with him.
Oh, that's so awesome!
It was a highlight of the trip. But then the next day we're headed to Jackson, Mississippi, because we were trying to hit. We were also trying to hit Vicksburg on the way and another Civil War site. And well, in Mississippi, we stop at this one rest area. I get a call from my wife. Yeah, man, you got to come in. Like, what? She's like, well, there's no toilet paper.
Oh, no.
And the lights cut off on her. So she's like, it's like, oh,
I would say, is there any scary music playing?
I know. Well, I walked in, and of course, foreign languages get involved. And I'm like, no, what? My wife, well, they spoke broken English, mostly Indian. And it's like, my wife is in the bathroom. There's no toilet paper. What? I'm like, finally got them convinced. Go to the bathroom and they took a roll of toilet paper, and it was like,
oh my gosh. See, that's why most women, and she probably just used up her pack. Most women carry Kleenex in their purse.
Well, she carries rolls of toilet paper in the car now. She does.
That's a smart thing to do.
She threatened me about taking it out. I'm like, well, put it in the house. No, leave it there. It's for emergencies. You know? Okay.
And then when you run out in the house, you can grab a roll from the car. And that makes sense. That's where I keep my paper towels.
Just in case there's not any in the porta potty out in front of your house.
Exactly.
I will stop at Memphis. Yes, Memphis is a really dirty, ugly looking city, but Uncle Lou's fried chicken is there. That's the best damn fried chicken I've ever had. They actually had honey mac and cheese, honey biscuits. When we stopped by the second time on that trip, they remembered us from the week before. So that was a great place. So see, Let's see. Legatus asks, when so many females pick a bear in the forest over a man, is it Snorty in reality, or they are picking you naughty bear, Snorty? Yeah. He's innocent. So, and hello to Carol Lugo, our friend Erica's mom. Good to see you. How are you doing? Glad you're dropping in tonight. Yes, and of course, always remembering clobbering times. I tell you what,
Yep.
that was a great honor that we got to meet him. And I tell you, when we asked, he did not even hesitate. He said, "Yeah, let's do it." And
that's awesome.
like when he came on Pro Football Talk streams, even though he had abandoned the NFL. I just a great guy. So
why did he abandon the NFL? I saw your countdown.
The politics.
I was going to ask you about who your team is, because I saw your countdown that there was football on it.
Yeah. By the way, I meant to say that I blew my introduction. That was a joke. I meant to come in and say, "Hey, folks, I'm talking football tonight with Six," but I blew that. Thank you for reminding me of my joke that I bombed at the beginning, but God.
That's all right.
Oh, God. Follow Dave says, Friday the 13th, part 87, Jason chases dumb people who separate and go into creepy rooms from his electric wheelchair.
Right? Yeah, he's got his little amigo going.
Yep. Oh, there's still a Stuckey's. He found an old Stuckey's. Couldn't believe it. Had to stop and get a pecan log. Stuckey's used to be around the South. Do you remember Stuckey's out there on the road much?
I've heard of Stuckey's. I didn't think that they were phasing them out. I thought that was still...
They're hard to find, though. They're not as common as they used to be, though. So
they're like a huge gas station / everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not nearly as what's become of Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's are the ones in Texas that are moving around the country now.
Yeah, I thought I thought Buc-ee's was north, and then Stuckey's was south.
Yeah, well, Buc-ee's is in Texas and has moved to Florida and then up into Tennessee. So they're.
Oh, okay. I've never been in either one.
Oh my gosh, Six. Are you in the West Coast or are you up north?
I'm east.
East.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever
I'm Midwestern girl.
Okay, yeah, you're a little bit north for Buc-ee's because they started out of Texas and then up to Tennessee. So, do you have any Waffle Houses near you?
Waffle House. I think I have an IHOP. I don't think I have a Waffle House.
You may not have. Waffle Houses are another thing we have a lot of fun with around here. Exactly.
Isn't that where all the internet fight? The scenes of people fighting and climbing over the counter and all the
throwing chairs and everything.
Hair pulling. That's the Waffle House, right?
Yeah, that's the Waffle House.
I hope they get hazard pay.
I got some videos on some of those. Yeah. Oh, you had Sonny's Barbecue in Bradenton. Nice. Good to hear that, Carol. We when I had her daughter on, we talked about some barbecue places around some places. So, here, Baby Bunny had put on half an ounce.
Aw,
nice. So, all right. Well, folks, we get into this. We were talking about Airplane earlier. We talked about that a little bit before we get into stuff about you. What are some of your favorite thoughts about that movie? Any favorite scenes?
I think the ones in the cockpit where, unfortunately, with that little boy and the.
Yes. Joey, have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Yes. And I think when I saw the movie, I just thought, what a crazy question. I didn't think anything inappropriate about it. I just thought he was being weird and asking this kid weird questions. Yeah. I wasn't offended by it, and I wonder, what do people? If that movie came out today, would it even come out today? Would it even make it past the censors, or would people?
I don't think it could. I mean, you get Barbara Billingsley, Mrs. Cleaver talking jive. My
gosh, that's the best. It's so funny.
And that was apparently a completely just ad-lib scene with it, because she tried to talk to them about how to do and what to do, and they just kind of, oh man.
And then wasn't there a scene where I want to say it was with a nun? She was sitting next to somebody, and this person kept droning on and on and on, and the nun or whomever was sitting next to this person, they killed themselves because they couldn't take.
I remember the scene. And here's another one. Do you like Joey? Do you like gladiator movies?
Yes.
Yes, but
Yes.
no, it was an old lady. The nun was the one that got the guitar and started
Oh,
singing it and
yes.
knocked the ivy out of the girl's arm, and everybody's singing. The kid's trying to die there,
And
but
she was played by the actress who played Julie on Love Boat, wasn't
right,
she?
Lisa, not Lisa Welch. Just I know who you're talking about.
I can't
Uh,
remember her name.
yeah, but yeah, but that scene, the old lady that was like, "I've got an iron constitution," you know. Of course, earlier she looked down and the guy offered her a little bit of whiskey, and she's like, "Surely not," and then she did a little snort of white powder, and then she said, "I've got a strong constitution. Just tell me." And then he's like, "Okay," and then she starts to get the vomit, the barf bag, and all. And next thing you
Yes.
know, she's a
Yes.
skeleton.
Yes. That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
My
I gotta
my
look. I'm
favorite one
watching
of
that tonight. I'm gonna watch it tonight, and then I'm gonna watch Monsters Inc. later this week.
I got to get a watch party on that one again. I love it, but see, I love even the Japanese harikiri. You know,
Yes.
it's like, oh yes, the hysterical one in the line of people with weapons. Doctor, you need it on the phone. Oh, hold it right there. It's good. And of course, the great line, "Surely you can't be serious." I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Yeah. That's probably the most classic. I'll use that today at work, and I don't even know if people know where it's from. They probably don't. I work with a lot of 20 somethings, but
Yeah, they look, and that's the thing is, I think that movie could be dated for a lot of the younger people, because
yeah.
they may not quite get it because some of the stuff is not around now that was there at the time.
Yeah.
Like Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There is like, "You're
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar," and like, "No," and then he's like, he pulls like, "Hell, tell your old man try taking Lanier and Walton up to court 40 minutes a game." Like, just they're like, who are those people? I know them because being in the basketball for so long, but it just, like you said, it's one of those movies. I don't think it could be made again these days. I mean, it's
Mm-mm.
because I have not seen the new Naked Gun. Have you?
No.
That's a
I haven't
movie
seen
that
it.
people keep saying is funny or whatever, but I've made it a hard no for me only because Leslie Nielsen was so good as Frank Drebin, and I just, yeah. Have you ever been in a Turkish prison? I'm like, but it's like Liam Neeson though is a great actor for what he does, but honestly, I can't stand him in movies with guns because he says saying one thing publicly and then he does another thing as an actor. And see,
What?
like I told you,
Wait,
I don't.
what did he say
Well,
publicly?
he's big about anti-guns and stuff on a personal level.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but then again, what movie does he not have a gun in? And it's like, and so that's one of my things with him. I, if I could get over him being cast in that, I could try it. But I mean, like, I don't. It just, some things to me are one time hits. That you can never go back and do it the same. But it
Yeah,
didn't have.
that's a
Go ahead.
perfect example of why if a celebrity says something, it's my initial desire is to say so, because
Hmm.
I don't really want to know about their personal lives. I don't want to know what their politics are. And I understand, in social media where you can, it would take you literally 10 seconds for millions of people to see who you voted for, or, how you feel about guns or offing one's offspring, and it's too bad because there's no mystery to these
Hmm.
to these celebrities, and celebrities who want to keep their personal lives private, who don't talk about who they're dating. It's such a big deal. Ooh, who are they? Why won't they talk about it? Well, because it's none of your business.
Hmm.
So
No. Yeah, I see. And then too, also, it's like you can never unsee the condom dance for the the first movie
OJ, yes.
or OJ. I will say this one had that one little scene about OJ when they're all looking at their fathers before them, and then his son looks and shakes his head no. Oh gosh. Well, you drive safely, Carol. Okay, because we've had hellacious rains here the last couple of days. We actually had flooding. I had to drive through flooding yesterday.
Ooh,
Fortunately, I was able to
that's
stay
scary.
in the middle to where it wasn't too deep, but people fly through and kick water up everywhere, and it's like
Mhm.
blinding. But yeah, it's that time of year here in Florida where we're getting those storms every day. Oh boy, yeah. I like I said, I love Naked Gun. I don't think I could see the new one. I just don't think I could. I'm not. I'd never say never, and I tell everybody never say never. And always make up your mind for yourself. I always do.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't understand if somebody says, "Oh, well so and so said they didn't like it, so I'm not going to go see it." Well, seriously? Or is it
Mhm,
just because you have 100% in common with their movie taste and
mhm,
that's why you're deciding whether you want to see it? I say if you watch the trailer and it looks good, go see it.
mhm. I
Who
agree.
cares about what somebody else said?
I. Oh well, I'm sorry. I'm hoping. Hopefully, the sound will work. I think we're okay on this end. Maybe there's something on
Uh-oh,
that
I
end,
can
but
hear you.
hopefully you can hear soon. Uh, yeah, sometimes I can't even hear over the rain when it hits the car. It's crazy. Um, but I like I said, I've actually caused controversy in some places with our friend Mark because I didn't mind Marvels. I did not mind that movie.
Okay.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay. Now, of course, Brie Larson was annoying as hell and didn't add anything to it. But overall, it didn't bother me overall as a movie. I mean, I've seen some bad ones like The Flash or the last Ant Man one.
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
Flash was bad.
Well, this last Jurassic Park movie, okay, Eclectic Goat is going to come in and scold me. Hey, Figgy's here! Yay! I am so happy. She thought she lost her computer tonight. So yes,
Like
so
lost it or it died.
like died. Yes, like
Ooh,
died, and
that's a
her
terrible
son fixed
feeling.
it. Yeah, absolutely. Great to see you, Figgy. Now I'm going to get. I'm going to admit this, and I know the Eclectic Goat is she's still here. I can see the eyes coming. I can hear the voice already. I did break down and watch this new Jurassic Park movie. Well, partially it's my wife and I. We have spent so little time in this last month together. We wanted to go out to a movie, and unfortunately, it was the best of the bad options. You know, it's
So
like
you went to a theater
yes,
to see it, and what did you
yeah.
think?
It's like why do they keep making why do they keep making the same movie again and again?
Okay, now did you watch the trailers?
I watched. No, I did not see the trailer. I did not see the trailers. I went based on the name, and because basically, like I said, we just picked the best of what we had available out there. I was afraid because the last few movies have been the same way. It's like a bunch of human drama with a few dinosaurs, and it's like
Yeah.
there's a new movie coming out this month where somebody's gone out there and they're making a movie with all these machine guns and all this going after dinosaurs, which is kind of what I think people really want from Jurassic Park is some fighting with some real dinosaurs. I mean, this movie you had 3 people eating at the beginning, pretty much, and that was it.
Huh.
And it just,
I haven't
but
seen it yet, but I am 100% the audience for it because I've never seen a bad Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movie. I've loved all of them.
yeah, see, I told her she's right there. But yeah, like I said, you'll probably like it. Was not bad from the overall concept of the way they introduced it. And it was not, and I told my wife repeatedly, it was still not as bad as some of the others. Uh, like the one where they did the auction and all got loose and stuff. No, the worst Jurassic Park movie to me is The Lost World, the second one with Jeff
Okay.
Goldblum and Ian Malcolm, because
Yeah.
I love that book. That
It's a
book
great
was
book.
not like the movie. That movie went so far off the trail from the book that I loved the book, and then
Now,
they had to.
I thought that the book was written, I know that the book was written for the purpose of making a movie. So I would have thought that there would have been collaboration between.
I know because Jurassic Park was a book first, and then I think Lost World was a book before the movie was made. When they did the movie, they
They did
said
the
it,
sequel to the book
and then
for the
they
purposes of making a sequel to the movie.
well, and the thing is that when they made the sequel to the movie, they made it nothing like the book because it didn't take place all on the island. They ended up in San Francisco with a T-Rex running through the town. It's like that's the one that got me the most because that was the one that had so much potential based on the stuff that was in the book itself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
Have you read the Jurassic Park book?
I read Jurassic Park and The Lost
That's
World.
an
I love
amazing
this.
book.
They truly
Love that
are.
book.
But the one that I really hated the most, The Firm. The Firm. I heard all this about John Grisham, you know, the author.
Uh-huh.
All I heard about in high school was recommended reading, which of course I always didn't read the reading list because I, you know, just was a lazy reader. The Firm with Tom Cruise was so unbelievable. Like he walks in, "Hi, Mr. Mob Guy. I'm your law firm, but I'm going to rat out my bosses because of this, that, and the other. But I can't talk about you because of attorney-client privilege." Yeah, right. You're still going to end up the bottom East River, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to let you do that. I hated that. And then he walks away from the FBI guy. Then I hated it so much. I didn't just go to the library and check out a book 6. I went and bought a book. And read The Firm and loved the book and couldn't put it down. So
I don't remember if I read the book or not. I definitely saw the movie, and I love Jean Triplehorn. Is that her name?
Yes, yeah.
Love her.
And see, that's why everybody has to judge movies for themselves, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you may not like what I like, you know, and then vice versa.
For sure.
But yeah. So
I hate what I hate about going to a theater and not liking a movie is that I wasted my time. That's the worst for me. I could care less if I paid $20 for the movie ticket or the popcorn was bad, but if I wasted my time, that really kills me because there's so many other things I could have been doing.
Yeah, The Village was the movie for me.
No.
I apologize to my wife.
I love that movie. Oh my gosh. I absolutely adore that movie.
That's cool. That's cool. But for me, it was like, I think what happened to me, I was pissed off at myself because I should have seen it coming. I went thinking I was going to see this big evil creature out there or something. And then the way it went, it was like, I just like, you know.
I loved the twist. I thought it was brilliant.
Exactly.
I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I was like, oh, no way. So scary. Yeah, I love that.
I think my case, though, is really that I was just mad at myself that I did not see it coming. I should have. And yeah, I just that's what happened. And of course, we got the line out here. The Gap said, "What about the part in the movie Airplane where she has to blow up the emergency pilot?" Otto. I love Otto.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
But back to The Village. I'm also a huge fan of Joaquin Phoenix. Huge fan of him. So that's also why I love the movie.
Yeah. And Coach says books are for adults, movies are for kids. Yeah, I can see that sometimes. But that's what I always say is like, you know, and one of the other things that happens, everybody's obsessed with what's woke or what's not woke, you know. Thank you. Strings and pucks. There you go. That's like me in Solo.
Like the end where she climbs over the wall and gets the medicine and okay, I admit I didn't love the ending, but the build up and the twist, loved it.
But the movie Solo, you know, Fallout Dave, do not put that in this chat right now. I warned you.
What did he put?
No, don't. He knows what it is. When they showed Darth Maul in that damn movie, who died at Phantom Menace, never to be reborn again and everything. So it's one of my pet peeves, 6. I'm sorry.
Solo was terrible.
But when they showed him and then they clicked on his red light blade, I started yelling and talking to the screen in there. My kid was laughing at first and started punching me. Dad, you got to be quiet. You got to be quiet. I'm like, there's like 2 people down there, maybe 3 back there. Who cares? Throw me out of here. It was just like, Darth Maul is I will watch Naked Gun before anything with Darth Maul. He died one time, could never come back, and they screwed it up because they killed him off. Well, don't kill your baddie next time.
Yeah, you know? Darth Maul was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I tell you, the best Darth Maul that I've seen was actually a fan film. And they did a good job because they had him like on a training mission under Sidious, and he took out a team of Jedi and Padawan just before the events of, but see, it occurred before Phantom Menace.
Okay.
You know, but everything after how Disney his hate kept him alive and all that stuff and spider legs. I'm sorry. This is straight supposed about you, and I'm going on a rampage. I am sorry, 6.
Oh, that's okay. No, we're having good conversation. I'm enjoying myself.
Okay, as long as that happens. So, and hey, Tom's here, Midnight Edge. Hey, Tom, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah, the sexy voice tonight. Always watching.
God, that was too funny. But yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, Dave hasn't seen it. Well, don't. You're okay. You need it.
You know what I say? I say watch the trailer. If the
Yeah.
trailer is interesting to you, watch the movie. You can always
Yeah.
turn it off. You don't have to. You don't have to
Yeah.
finish what you started.
Exactly. Yeah. God. Actually, so that one scene gets me in Solo. Solo is not the worst of all of them. Solo has ended up not being the.
You know, Solo
No. Yeah.
is the only Star Wars movie that I've only watched once.
Really,
I
see,
went
that's
all the
sad.
other ones, the garbage Disney, the Disney sequels. I went to see those with some friends who I've been going to see Star Wars movies since, you know, I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would always go to at least the first two showings. You know, we bought the tickets.
Yeah.
And so we went, and for The Last Jedi, brokenhearted, crying through the first time I saw it because I couldn't believe what had just happened. And then the second viewing, I just sat there in a daze, like, what am I going to do? What just happened to Star Wars? What am I going to do? And then Rise of Skywalker, we went in, I watched it. I did my homework, my due diligence as a Star Wars fan. And then the second showing, I literally reclined my seat, closed my eyes, covered myself with a blanket. The last thing I saw was the Lucasfilm logo, and I fell asleep.
Well, I will tell you, the one experience that was worth it for Last Jedi and the last one is that theme. You know, hearing that Star Wars theme, you know, that fanfare, and seeing the scroll.
Yeah.
That's always worth it, the price of admission. Yeah. And Jess, hey, Jess, welcome, my Fortnite buddy. That I raged at Darth Maul in Fortnite, even though it was a Phantom Menace version.
Phantom Menace is a perfect movie. Absolutely love the prequels.
I love it. So, Sasha, you'll never be sexier than me, Dad, man. Greetings, everyone. Hey, Sasha, good to see you, too.
Just Sasha's name is sexy.
Yeah. Hey, he's a food expert from Malaysia.
Oh.
Yeah. You pop in on the Mrs. Show in the morning. He's now a mod on her channel, and
cool.
so he could start throwing in recipes all the time for people. Exactly. He's also an edger.
We need more cooking food shows in this community.
He also works with eyeglasses too, by the way. So
okay.
We have fun with those terms. So sort of poopus. Darth Maul was so angry he was beside himself.
But I'm bumped.
Oh gosh, Tom, no, she couldn't sneak the cats in with her.
I have human friends too.
Yeah.
I do have a lot of cats though.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't had to get in the character for Last Jedi. It was dark and sick. I don't know, but you know, he is oh yeah. Edge has something to do with making lenses and glass lenses. So it's
okay.
Although they like to take it on a different direction on this channel quite a bit, but
I was going to say I think it's a membership level on Midnight's Edge.
Jesse, your cat doesn't count as human.
Tom's giving me my own medicine when I troll him in his chat.
Hey, there you go. Hey, that's why we have 6 here. We're 48 minutes in. Like I said, I told her it could be 6 hours. Who knows how long? It's as long as she has for us tonight. So, yeah, he didn't have anything to do to get a grumpy cat, crazy old fart. Yeah, he played that one pretty well. I know. It just was. What a way to ruin a franchise. And I don't want to sit here and, you know, it's going on all the channels and everything else before.
It is what it is. It's been beaten to death and it's dead. Yeah.
And that's what's sad is what could have been. Like you said, those experiences over the years, you with your friends going since high school, seeing how they kind of, like me, getting my kids into it and seeing it. My oldest kid was 2.5 at the time of, Attack of the Clones, probably the weakest of the first 6 movies. And this at 2.5. The kid watched a 2.5-hour movie in the theater twice, not once but twice. But the second time, the kid looked at me on Naboo, and the kid looked at me and said, "Daddy, when are they going to quit the romance and fight again?" Huh? Even the kid was like, lost at this point. So,
well, that's okay. I loved it.
Yeah. Oh, I know, I did too. It's still, we learned to appreciate it, but it was like, it did set things up for the future, and that
Mhm.
it fit in its place. Uh, I guess Sashi has the rule of two at his house about cats. So,
I have 3 in my house, and then all the neighborhood cats that I feed, and
oh, that's nice. See, we feed outdoor cats too because
then
it helps cut down on vermin outside.
then I catch them and I take them to the Humane Society because they
Oh, you spay them?
keep having sex. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's
and
what
sometimes I'll bring them back to my house. It's, trap, neuter, release, where I take
that's
them to
what
the
my
Humane Society,
that's
get
what
them fixed, and then bring them back. And
that's what my mother-in-law was doing when my grandmother was when her mother was still alive and all. They were always trapping the feral cats out there and taking them,
yeah,
getting them spayed because of that, to try to control them, and because
yeah,
they were
because they
getting
have access.
everywhere.
They have access to my garage, which, in the winter I have a space heater and a huge heated mat, and I have a heated water bowl, and so
Hmm.
they
So
just
let's
live their
talk.
best life.
Well, let's talk about that about you. Something about you, cats. What is it about cats? Are they your favorite animal, or do you like?
No, dogs are. If I had
Oh,
to pick
dogs
one,
are.
I'd pick dogs. Yes.
Oh, really? I think I
I
just
just
heard your
happen to
cat, by the
have,
way.
yeah, there's my shadow. She's never
It
far away. And
it
I
wouldn't
never
be a spring
mute
without a cat.
when she's
That's
crying.
that's cool. We love hearing cats and kids. My own kid pops in, like you heard from time to time. But
Fallout Dave.
yeah.
I do that with neighborhood teens.
Whoa, Dave! I don't know if I'd admit that in public, but hey, yes, Carol, you have sound. Sometimes the rain will do that. Do cats taste like chicken? Oh God, snort. Asking snorts. So, but yeah, what? Okay, so you like dogs better than cats then?
Yeah, but
What?
don't get me wrong. Like, I love all animals. I just happen to
Mhm.
have cats, and it's just not the right time. I've had dogs most of my life, and it's just not the right time to adopt another one. So
Well, what? Okay, let me ask you this: what got you really? Why do you feel so passionate though about the spaying cats, especially about the feral cats? What?
because there's too many, and when you have animals that are getting hit by a car and they're being um, living horrific lives, so if they're in the city and they're not, I live in kind of like a, I don't know, like a suburban neighborhood, but I still have, there's a few blocks away, there's a really busy street. And so spaying and neutering animals is hugely important, because animal shelters, and I've worked in animal shelters and I've volunteered in animal shelters. I did a clinical rotation because I have a degree in animal nursing as well. And, and I see what happened, and I saw the horrific things that happens to these animals, and it's terrible. So if you can, get them fixed and eliminate all these excess kittens and puppies and animals from coming into the world, heck yeah, stop it before it starts. Why should they be starving to death? Why should they be living in horrific conditions? And those are just the ones without homes, much less people who take an animal into their home, and maybe they loved it at first, but then they neglect it. And so yeah, I'm a huge animal advocate.
Yeah, and the thing is also the bloodlines get screwed up too. You get the mutations and all kinds of different things.
Well, that's more
Uh,
likely to
yeah,
happen with people who are purposefully breeding, because you're
yeah,
inbreeding, you're line breeding, you're breeding, a female dog back to its grandfather. And that's, that's why purebred dogs have more health problems than, like a
mm,
mixed breed. And which is hypocritical of me, because I used to show dogs. I used
mhm,
to purposefully own purebred dogs from a breeder.
mm,
And
mm. Yeah,
now and I've always actually been an advocate of spaying. I've never bred animals myself, but I was definitely part of that world. But that was a long
mhm,
time ago. And so now I just try to educate people. And
yeah, exactly. Falsmeyer just does whatever Bob Barker told him to do. Yeah, yep, nice. And
yes,
hey, Linda.
and if you want, there's breed specific rescues all over the country. So
Hmm.
anybody listening, if they want a specific breed, I'm more than happy. I'll get on the internet and I'll do the homework for you, and I'll find you
All right, sounds good.
something.
Linda, good to see you. The Tom's better half, so Tom F's better half. So
Mrs. Tom F.
Mrs. Tom F. Yes. Oh gosh, see. Let's see. Sashi lives near a forest area. They have civets and
Oh,
monkeys nearby. Also,
that's
water
cool.
monitors. Yeah,
That's
well, Sashi,
awesome.
like I said, is out in Malaysia. And he's talked about how some of the outskirts they have to live like on this raised platforms because the
Mhm.
big cats, like tigers and all, may come through in the morning. Like time, yeah.
That would be amazing. I would love to see that, but gosh, I don't like to travel, so I would never want to. I don't want to go to
No,
their homeland
no.
to see them.
Dogs are loyal. Cats look down on you. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's my experience. See, we do the thing around here. Everybody keeps saying I'm a dog, because I'm always playful. I annoy the hell out of my own wife. Sometimes she's like, "Go away, leave me alone, stop," because, it's like I'm like with people. I mean, I'm always outgoing, reaching out to people. Hey, how are you? You want to do this? Blah 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 blah. And most people, and a lot of people are like cats, like, okay, hi. And then if I like go, it's like my wife. I joke about 2020 being the year that did not affect my family. I mean, it killed me because I'm like, what do I do? Where do I go? But they're perfect hamster. They perfect homebodies and stuff. It
Yeah.
was like funny and like we call them. I refer them to my cats.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
2020 was hell. But
yeah.
my life didn't. I work in healthcare.
Hmm.
So honestly, it was hell. Don't get me wrong, but what my life was pretty similar, like my routine anyway.
Hmm.
My day-to-day function, stores would open early
Hmm.
for healthcare workers, first responders, that kind of thing. So I was, I could go in and I could get toilet paper, and it was everybody else who had
Right.
quote unquote, what did they call non-essential? Those were the people who were
Yeah.
struggling.
Well, see, when everything shut down, it was like I was like they shut down just before March Madness, the March basketball tournaments.
Hmm.
My hobby, sports, is what it
Yeah.
is. Everything got closed down. I mean, they stopped the middle season. I don't even remember what they did baseball. They postponed it a while or what they did, but I don't even watch baseball. I had no hobbies. It was so bad that you heard my youngest kid came hitting
Hmm.
earlier. That kid's like, Dad, I'm worried about you. So they got me into playing Fortnite. That's
Oh, that's how you started.
that's how I
Okay.
started. And the kid's like, I'm worried about you. It said, come play with me and my friends. What teenager invites their 50-year-old dad to go play with them and
Yeah.
their friends? And
Well, that's cool.
and of course, I said, well, just call me Dead Man Walking, Dead Man, like a lot of people want to say it.
Uh-huh.
Because I told her I'm from the generation of a joystick and a button. I'd suck with these new controllers. I'll just die. And then I saw it's Dad Man Walking. Why did you do that? Because and the kid's like, I just can't call you Dead Man Walking.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, thank you. And I was like 55. Like, why's that? I just needed a number because there are a lot of Dad Man Walkings out there, believe it or not. So had to get a unique identifier. Of course, with my family's sick sense of humor, I'm amazed I'm not Dad Man Walking 69, but that's another issue. That's another issue. Claire Goat said
Well,
line
that's
breeding only
cool.
works if you call like crazy. Yeah, let's see. Uh,
Yeah, for
oh gosh,
bunnies, probably. Yeah.
yeah.
That would be
Uh,
totally different.
Fallsmeyer says, "Speak for yourself, Tom. My cats have been loyal and always seem to come into me when I need them most." Oh, I
My
don't
cats
know.
come. I've always had cats that came when I called them. So, like, I
Yeah,
understand about, because cats are completely different than dogs, but
yeah,
I've never really had a cat that was like a typical, the kind of cat that, people make jokes about. I've
yeah,
never had that.
yeah. And then Jess says the forest preserved by us has coyotes that curtailed the feral cats after they were plenty for a few years. In Florida down south, we have a problem with pythons. They're not
Ooh.
native to the state, so they have to
Pythons,
hunt them.
really?
Pythons, yeah, they're down in the Everglades and the swamps, and there's no natural predator for them down here. So they have
Except
to
for
do
maybe the wildlife catchers.
well. That's what they've had to do to
Animal
find ways
control.
to get them. So,
Yeah.
oh God, Snort says bears like to hug, not as a sign of affection. Oh, the bear hugs are the biggest sign of affection. I always said infection. So let's see. Oh,
I love, like I said, I love all animals. In Culture Casino, he frequently has bear videos on his shows every day,
mm-hmm,
and I always think, oh, they're so cute. Yeah, I want to pet them, but obviously that would be very dangerous. But then I think, God, what must they smell like? They've
mm,
never had a bath. They probably have some kind of bear musky.
mm-hmm.
I've seen them at the zoo, but it was never I never really got that close to him. So there's
By the
always
way,
another side.
let me say goodnight to the eclectic goat. Oh, we miss you, but the phone battery's almost dead. Ah, hey, but thanks for coming in, having a lot of fun with us, eclectic goat. I appreciate you stopping by and helping us a little bit on all the breeding and all that stuff, and all the talk about books and movies. I know she's big on the breeding things like that, and of course with books and movies and how books compare to movies. Definitely a great person to listen to, and been a guest on here 3 times already. So
Oh, cool. Yeah,
we'll
the
see
book
when
is
that-
always better, I think.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Sashi says snakes and crocodiles, pythons are native to their area, and he said here. He said tigers generally avoid people. It's the large herbivores that you have to be cautious about. Elephants and wild boar.
Oh,
So
that would be amazing to see an elephant.
Yeah, especially out there, not in a zoo standpoint, So let's see.
Yeah, no, zoos are
Tom.
most zoos, I would say, are not.
Oh, Tom's having fun trolling tonight.
Wait, what did
Yes,
Tom say?
he said. I thought when he said he was doing bear videos, there were men, burly and hairy gay men.
He saves those for Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday
exactly.
morning. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's interesting, folks. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure you subscribe. We appreciate that, and help us get to 750 so we can have another celebration. So. Oh my gosh. Sashi says this funny. Should bring it up. 6. There's a local animal known as the binturong or bearcat. Smells like popcorn.
Popcorn. That's what my dog's feet used to smell like. Popcorn or tortilla chips.
How?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Like, do you have dogs?
I used to have them. Snort's going to bed too. Oh, Snort, take care.
Snorty.
Yeah.
Got to get those bearsies in.
Exactly. Don't forget the missus will be live in about an hour or so. Why
doesn't she join us as a warm-up?
She's at the hospital with my mom right now.
That's right. You told me
it's hard. And what she's got is people come in and out. So the way she does the movie watches, she's not on mic.
See, Linda knows. Linda F. Yep, doggy feet smell like popcorn.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Maybe next time I'm at my sister's, I'll smell the dog's feet and just see.
Yeah.
I don't believe I just said that out loud, but anyway. Hey. So what other interests do you have? Let's see. Well, let's go through some of the questions I've got. Well, let's start with that. Well, what other interests do you have besides animals? I mean, you mentioned that you're in healthcare profession. What else is something that's cool about you that people should know about?
Well, like we were talking before the show, I love science.
Mm-hmm.
I love reading up on medications and their their mechanisms and how they work on the body. Kind of nerd stuff. I love viruses. I love reading books about viruses. I also love Twilight. I kind of go from one end to the other, but like we were talking about brain candy, my job is definitely not brain candy. And so when I'm not at work and when I'm not, studying up on, some disease or something like that, I like to really go in the opposite direction and just relax and not feel like anybody's life or health is weighing on me. When at the end of the day, when I've done all I can do for somebody, I just want to check out, so that's why, YouTube, especially, around 2020, 2021 was so important to me because I needed that. I needed something to do that was completely opposite of what I did for my job.
Well, let me ask you this question, and who knows? We'll take whatever limits with it, but 2020, we know what it was, that particular disease out there that you could never talk about because everything was and all this stuff. Did you find people, because of you being in the industry, people were coming to you with questions or wanting information or answers?
Oh yeah. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, well, how did you handle that? Because I know there's so much division on what the official line was, because you had some scientists that were like, this is the way and you have to obey. And then you had a few that called questions. But then again, it seemed like the minority were the ones that were always on the defensive and attack. And by the way, we have Chewy here on the Twitch side. Good to see you tonight. Chewy, how are you doing? Oh, by the way, yeah, we know you're an animal, Tom. So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Tom will message me in the middle of the night. What's
yeah,
this what is this rash on my leg or something? Like, no, I'm kidding. He doesn't. But
yeah.
you know, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Well, just how did you deal with that? Because I mean,
I
because you get questions, but then again, you had to be very careful what you said because it's like
right.
the powers out there were watching everybody. If you did not toe the appropriate line, then it was like they would come down on people.
Right, which is why I like to stay anonymous on YouTube because
Mhm,
I'm literally trying to protect my job. I like
yeah.
to not necessarily give my own opinion or give my own knowledge that I have in my head. I like to direct people to the source
Hmm.
of where that information comes from. If they make a claim that I disagree with, I try to show them data that shows how their interpretation of something they read is not necessarily a fact. And some people are receptive to it. I would say most people are not. People
Hmm.
don't like to be told that they're wrong. I love to be told that I'm wrong. I love to be proven that I'm wrong because that means that I learned something.
Hmm.
Um, so that's really what I tried to do is I would try to direct people to a website or a study or if somebody's going to quote something from a study, I say, well, here's the context of what you just read. And you have to read beyond the headline. And I understand that most people are not science nerds like I am, and they don't read research studies every day, and they have no interest in it. And they have people on the internet who they're trusting, who they have, they've communicated in the past and they've gotten along with these people and they've been fans of these people. And if this person is saying something, well, they're going to believe them. Why wouldn't they believe them?
Hmm.
And so, for me, it just goes back to what's the source of the information? Is the information that they are saying credible? Is it proven in a study? And
Hmm.
so that's kind of where I come from. And I understand, and I support 100%. You can say whatever garbage you want. I don't think that anybody should be silenced. I don't think that anybody shouldn't say something or shouldn't express an opinion, because I think that free speech is very, very, very important. You have
Hmm.
the right to be wrong. You have the right to say whatever you want. But
Hmm.
if you want to go ahead and believe that somebody is saying something that's just complete bullshit, well, that's your right too.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
so yeah, that's my.
Well, let me say hi to Buddy. Good to see you tonight, Buddy. How are you doing? Everybody, make sure you crash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We got the great Six with us. I'm an auditor by trade. I get paid to ask questions and dig. And that was hard in 2020 because I got crap from even family and all this other stuff because I'm like, why? Why? Why?
Right.
Why should we move? Because somebody said, where's the track record? Where's the time? The stuff? And that's the biggest problem I had then, and not just then, just everything in general. And somebody tells me I have to do something now immediately. Well,
Right.
why? Why?
I never wanted the jab to be forced on anybody. I never thought that was fair. I thought if you don't want to get it, you should not have to get it. I personally got it, but if somebody says they don't want it, then I 100% support them.
Mm-hmm.
Just as much as I support my desire to get it, I 100% support them in not having to get it. That's such bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit.
It's like one time we lose our mind because it's like everything about historically and everything we've done has been like, ask questions. That's the whole part of science. You go with a goal and then you have to do the research independently.
Yep.
And then that research is supposed to tell you if your premise is right or wrong,
Right.
not prejudge a determination that, and all this stuff, or that you automatically, we got to do this. Because I'm one of those, why? I'm like the kid, like, why? Because, it's a powerful question. Why? I mean, why is your quote research any more valid than what we've seen in other observations and what we know to be true from what we've seen before? And like I said, it's not just back then, it's even nowadays with stuff that happens and stuff.
It's with everything. Anything.
There's stuff going on in war. I mean, I would say between Ukraine and Russia. Well, folks, there's so many different sides to that thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ask why about a lot of stuff. And a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with, it's very easy to demagogue and demonize people and then you may miss the truth out there because you've run to preformed conclusions of stuff you just heard parroted off somebody else that you have not independently verified. And I know one old talk show host that his thing was, he was a cranky old guy. He said, do not believe anything I say on this show unless you have independently verified it to be true or personally know it to be true. And I think we've lost a lot of that in our society. And then sometimes on YouTube and community, different things like that, is once somebody says something, sets a narrative, everybody goes that way, and then you don't question the narrative. Or you look at, if somebody does, you kind of turn on them like they got three eyes or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I mentioned, some of the movies we didn't find the woke in, or that we actually liked, others didn't, got people's attention. Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, well, we just didn't see it the way you did, folks. You and I've just talked about a couple movies tonight. I'm sitting here making fun of you. You said, I like that movie. Like, it's like, and that's cool. Okay,
right,
Tom's got to go.
If somebody doesn't like, a movie, that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. Right. That doesn't mean that they aren't going to like another movie that you like, or that you have nothing in common with them. You know, you, like you said, you shouldn't demonize somebody because they have especially when it's an opinion about something in entertainment. My God, why can a movie not have another black woman in it? Otherwise it's woke. Oh, they've got a black woman in it. It's woke. It's woke. It's woke. Come on. Mm-hmm. That's just, you're taking it too far. And I think that a lot of people do it for clickbait headlines and, you know, to just for show. Yeah. And I think sometimes that's what happens if they see other channels doing it, and that's where the popular thing and the money is. Follow the money trail. Depends if you're monetized. You know, that's one thing. It seems like the more you get on some of those, the more the viewers, the more the money goes. And, you know, see, I've always prided myself and try to be independent. You know, I do my thing the way I am. And when I try to get too much into groups and stuff like that and it puts me in a weird headspace. I mean, I like being independent, and I like to do my own thing when I want to, because I beat up all the algorithms. Why don't you do this? Don't do that. I'm so scattered with things because life has done it. I do it for a hobby. I do it for fun. Mm-hmm. I know the algorithm hates me. People tell me all the time they don't get the notifications, but you know what? Who's here is who's here. And like some people have commented with this chat, these people that have come in, this is a wonderful, genuine chat. These people out here that I have, I've said, and Mrs. agrees with me, there have been days we've been struggling, and the chat has actually picked us up. Mm-hmm. You would think the streamers entertain the chat. No, the chat has actually helped us have good days. Right. And the people we have, they're just a good group of people. And that's what I love about what we do here and who we have there. Oh, God. Dadman, the original Cartman.
Respect my authority.
Okay, that I recognize.
Mom, can cheesy pose. Mom. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, yes, and you are welcome to Figgy. This is one of the great up-and-coming streamers out here, too, herself. Right. So I'm glad her computer works. Yeah,
some people chase the algorithm. Some people, their goal is to get monetized and, you know, have thousands of stuff. And good for them. I think that's great to work towards something. You know, and I definitely don't look down on anybody who's trying to get to a certain sub count, who's trying to get monetized, who would love to quit their day job and become a full-time YouTuber. It happens to so few people. So I hope that, you know, people aren't watching, you know, Critical Drinker and Razor Fist and Yellow Flash and thinking, oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start doing it just the way that they do it. I'm gonna do the same kinds of things that they do. I'm gonna stream, and I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna quit my job. As I've seen people do that. I've seen people quit their job and they're like, okay, I'm gonna quit my job so I have more time to devote to my channel, and you know, it's gonna be rough for a few months, but then I'm gonna be earning a living. And I'm like, no, you're not. You are not. Do not even put money on that, because you're not going to have any money. Who's going to pay your bills? Yeah. You cannot do that. YouTube should not be that should be the tiny minority are earning a living on YouTube.
Exactly how that goes. Yeah. It's amazing how serious people take it, but hey, well, let's get into some more of the questions about you. Okay. Now, you have a channel, but what do you do on the channel? I mean, you're not really quote a streamer. You don't. Do you do some of your own content or not?
Never. I've never once posted any video on my channel. I've never even set up a live stream, even though I've talked about it. I've never made a post, just a thread on my channel. I just kind of hang out on, I used to be involved quite a bit more on Midnight's Edge. But that just became, it's just too much. It was, I wasn't sleeping because they start, I work third shift.
Oh, wow.
You're
like my wife. You're like my wife. She loved working overnight because fewer people.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm a night person anyway. But I work third shift. So I get home from work, by 7, 8 o'clock, taking a shower, and then Midnight's Edge wouldn't start until noon I'm Eastern. Right. Eastern time zone. And so then, and if they ran until 2, 3 o'clock, I wasn't getting any sleep, even though I loved doing it. I absolutely loved being on the channel. It was so much fun, but I didn't have, because I didn't put anything out on my own channel. I had zero responsibility other than the fact that, I was helping produce a little bit behind the scenes and helping with chat and that kind of thing. I enjoyed it and I still love it, but you were all in the shower.
I just had to have you see that one from him. Thank you, Tom. I didn't need that. I gotta go to sleep soon, but damn, Tom.
Yeah, and we're talking about you while you're in the shower, Tom. But yeah, so I had to back off for that. And honestly, I got some sleeping pills from my doctor, and it I totally changed it. And I told my doctor, I said, these changed my life. Getting sleep changed my life. And so, and I miss it. I really do miss it. I love,
because I remember you kind of
I love Andre and Tom.
I remember because it's like you were everywhere, cultures and the different places. Then until recently, I hadn't seen you around, so it's good to have you back. It's always because you were a staple of everything, and I'm glad that I finally got to talk to you for a few weeks ago on March, and I knew instantly because we'd only kind of chatted through the chats about Fortnite and stuff like that. Look, listen, Dave and Wes will tell you you're natural with Fortnite with us around here. See, and I don't just always harass everybody to get them into Fortnite because there are other people that I'm working on getting to Fortnite that decide Figgy, sorry.
Does Mrs. Dadman play too?
Yes, she plays with us. So that's why I was saying is I want whoever play with me and her to learn how to play the game and get used to it first. Cause that's what we'll do.
I love Mrs. Dadman. I don't know if she's listening or not. I think she's wonderful. Her morning show.
And I really appreciate your support. We saw you come through a few times, and especially on the diamond paintings. That's something she stumbled into. And you like the double.
I do. I started that in 2020. I don't really want to go back to that conversation, but work was rough. I was scared. We were all scared. We didn't know what was happening. I started having panic attacks. I'd be, starting to fall asleep, and I would just sit up like I'd stopped breathing or something, and it was terrible. And so I started, for a while, I started doing jigsaw puzzles, frantically doing jigsaw puzzles. And then I started voraciously reading books. And then I started diamond painting, and it's like, I just kept jumping from one crafty kind of creative thing to another, and they would help me quite a bit. And the diamond painting, it's just like putting a warm fuzzy blanket over my brain.
That's nice.
And like I said, I needed that contrast from my job to just decompress.
Well, it's interesting. I'd never heard of it, and then people started tuning in because of it. I did not realize there was such a thing. Yeah, go ahead.
She's such a calming person to be around. Like there's I don't want to start naming names, but Tom is very calming for me. Listening to him on a live stream, even when he's yelling about something, as long as he's not picking on Star Wars. He's very calm. He's a very good friend of mine. Known him for years. Yeah. Mrs. Dadman is very calming to be around. Fat Steven, I have fallen asleep so many times listening to Fat Steven gaming because he was one of my first friends on YouTube. Spent a lot of time with him. Pop Culture Minefield, Gary, he's another very calming person. These are people who are like, you know, important to me, and they've kind of been there since I started with it. And it's just, they kind of just being around them just relaxes.
I get you. It's funny. I had never been on with Tom till a few times with Mark all of a sudden. And I always thought maybe I disagree with Tom on everything in the world. And then it's like, we start popping up on things and like sitting there, I'd look at my wife like, he's agreeing with us. We're agreeing. I'm like, what the hell? Like, it was like, I expected him to take a different tack. And we're like, we were like spot on board with it. It's really cool when that happens and they get to meet new people and stuff like that. Because, you know, I appreciate that on her behalf. I know she would tell you thank you for that, because I do. She says that she was trained for this as a kid, because she said she could monologue her whole life. She could just talk like she does.
She's such a great show.
Yeah, and see,
I turn it on and then I don't go into chat. I just listen. I just do my thing, clean house, do laundry, whatever.
I'm not like her though. I can't do it solo. I mean, I've done some solo where I do a game or something, and but I'm all over the place. I'm not natural like her. I'm not methodical like that. I'm more like Alec Baldwin when he tried to do talk radio the first time. I don't know if you ever heard that clip.
I didn't know he did that.
No, he did. Sean Hannity played a clip of it. Was like, oh, let's see. Let's go to the phones. Let's see what a guest. Oh, well, we don't have guests. Okay, that's nice. I mean, it was like so awkward. It's like, that's me. Look,
and that was real.
That was real. Yes.
Oh, that's a terrible producer. Whoever he had producing for him was.
Well, I tell you what. Go watch my first show I ever did. I showed a little bit the other night on my third show. I came in with all these PG ratings and all these rules, all this stuff I was going to do, and all this stuff, and leave it to my youngest kid come in and just like shut the whole thing down in the first few minutes when they popped up, because they put this in the chat. Then they came on as a guest with this name. It was fun.
I forgot to ask you before the show. Yeah. Can I swear?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Exactly. See, it's a family, it's a show thing now. No, see the swearing. Yeah. The only things I try to keep it from going to where we need to have a shower or something. But sometimes with Fortnite, you never know what comes up. Or if I get on Darth Maul again, or college football goes the wrong way sometimes. But yeah, we do everything. I mean, that pretty much happens around here. I know YouTube has its rules and stuff like that, but you know what? I tell you what, if you did something to ban my channel tonight, I would still consider it the greatest stream. No, I do. But I do say that with people. It's like when I'm with friends and I'm doing stuff, I just like thinking, if something ever happens and we're new to the channel, then I'm like, I went out in blaze of glory. I had a friend doing it with friends, you know. That's another thing about me not having any content on my channel. If I get canceled, what have I lost? What have I lost? I don't have to tiptoe around what I say. You know, I try to respect whoever's channel I'm on. But if I say something that people don't like and I get canceled and I'm gone, oh well, darn. That's like when I went on Marks and defended the Marvels movie. Clobberton was there too, and it was like I could see the chat out there. It's like, I wish that we had like a swear cup on YouTube, because I don't like swearing. It doesn't make me feel good about myself. You know, I wish I was a little more ladylike. But I don't have any, there's no consequences if I do it. So I kind of don't really have any incentive. I do try to find certain limits though, because there was a time when I was not doing a channel, but I was doing stuff elsewhere. And I'm like, I finally like, look, I'm crossing some lines. I'm like, this ain't me. So I'm like, I learned once I started doing my own stuff to they have certain lines and certain limits with it, but you know, straight up, you know, some cussing, it doesn't hurt everybody. But so what was the first stream you started with, and how long? You say it goes back to 2020, do you think? 2020, 2021. What led me really to YouTube was The Last Jedi, because I came out of that. Everybody, because I came out of that movie thinking that there was something wrong with me, that I didn't love it. And, you know, the group of friends, my cats that I went to see the movie with, they were like, oh my God, it was amazing. And, you know, the theater was happy, and I was
literally crying because I couldn't believe what had just happened to Luke Skywalker.
I was traumatized at Force Awakens. I did not have good feelings when the Force Awakens ended.
Yeah.
You know, the way they got rid of Han Solo. But
yeah, that was another. Apparently, I cry a lot. I was sitting in that
That's
theater
okay.
sobbing like 16-year-old stood up on prom night sobbing when they killed Han Solo. My friends were like, are you going to be okay? I mean, they were legit concerned for me
Yeah.
because I was
No.
crying so hard. And it was, part of it was, this is not my Star Wars, but you know, coming out of the theater, I was like, oh, that was amazing. You know, and I kind of was just going along with it because I thought I was supposed to, and I was kind of getting an inkling that there was a shift, that something had changed. And I was kind of waiting. One of my very best friends in the world, he's a bigger Star Wars fan than I am. And I was waiting for him to see it because he's in Australia, which is, I can't remember if they saw it before. He saw it after I did. So I had to wait 12 hours before I could, be in contact with him and find out what he thought. And I just remember being in like this holding pattern. Like, is this really happening? Am I normal? And then when he messaged me and he said, yeah, I saw it. It was pretty good. And I thought, that's weird. He just saw a Star Wars movie and he's not like going on and on and on and on. Like every time something Star Wars would happen, we would just be like, blah, blah, blah. And I thought something's wrong. And then after The Last Jedi and talking to him, then I thought, okay, he feels the exact same way I do, but why is the world, I wasn't really on social media that much. And I thought, why is the world not, I needed to find my people, and I found my people who were in agreement with what was happening to Star Wars. And I found them on YouTube.
I think a lot of people had just come out like in denial,
Yeah.
Like, well, and because we got no Luke Skywalker in that first one.
Right.
The first movie in 40 years, and they didn't even bring the original cast back together for any single scene. And they killed off Han Solo. I was like, I tell you, the traumatic part I had was in the books in the expanded universe. Mm-hmm. When, Chewbacca died, it took a whole friggin' moon to fall down on him to kill him. It was it was a heroic sacrifice. He saved it to save one of the Solo kids. He gave up his life for the other, and he went down howling at a moon. That's a heroic death, not, hi, Daddy, I love you. God. Oh, son, I love you, Zing. Like, what kind of bullshit ending is that to a great character? And that's one of the problems I had with Ford looking down as an actor on the character. He obviously didn't read a damn book like his dad told him in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Sometimes you read a book instead of burning them, because it's like, if he had any clue what Han Solo had become in the expanded universe, he would have more respect for the character, because Han Solo in the books was much more complicated, a family man and everything else. And we got one more movie that had to have a divorce and split up family. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just one more thing.
That was God. You're like reminding me of all these horrible moments. I'm like, I'm feeling it all over again. But I don't think that Harrison Ford doesn't love Star Wars like we do.
No.
Not even remotely.
He never did.
He's an actor. He played a role.
He wanted to kill him off years ago.
Right. He was, he was ready to check out. And that's probably the only reason that he agreed to be in it, was like, kill me off in the first movie, and I'll come back for a mega butt ton of money.
The last one, yeah. Yeah, he didn't stay dead, did he?
Yeah, but it was. I remember being on YouTube and watching videos of people criticizing The Last Jedi, and then I saw videos by these same people criticizing Brie Larson. And I was like, what a bunch of misogynistic bastards. Why are they picking on her and da 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 da? And then I saw, what was that? Was it Captain Marvel? Was that the first one that she was in?
I think that's the first one. Yeah.
It was the first one when they started picking on her. Right. And I thought, God, what a bunch of jerks. This movie's going to be awesome. And I watched it and it was garbage. And I started watching movies about why they were picking on her. I was like, God, she's such a bitch. She's so stuck up. And that led me to Midnight's Edge.
Yeah.
It probably was a video about Brie
Nope.
Larson
Okay.
or
Hey,
something.
good evening.
And that was kind of like my first,
Okay.
into this community of people.
Okay. Well, good evening, Mr. Angel over in Europe. I know it's really late in the morning for you, but good to see you too today. Your streaming avatar. This is one I know you use this one a lot when you pop on panels. How did you come up with this?
This was Facebook. Like they had this option where you could create, you pick the hair color, the eye color, and I just made it as close to myself as I could. And yes, I do like to wear my eyebrows a little bit darker than my hair.
Oh, that's okay.
Sue me.
There's no problem with that. Glasses,
Yeah,
then
so
obviously.
they didn't have any scrubs because I wanted scrubs, they didn't have that wasn't an option.
Obviously glasses then, right?
Yep.
All
I'm wearing
right.
glasses right now, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Chewy said, people picked on Brie because she lacks personality. Maybe it's all translates into her acting. Yeah, because that's one thing I know with her. It's like, and like I said, we're not going to kick that around too tonight, but it's like, she's got one personality. It's the same thing every time.
Culture Casino just did a live stream this afternoon about, is it something, I can't remember what he called it, but it's like something like, is it time to forgive her or, give her a break? Like considering what other people have done since her, like the kind of the peak of her hatred.
Right.
She's done nothing compared to some of the things that, some of the other people have said, which, they have the right to say it. That's, free speech and blah, blah, blah. But, I have the freedom to not like you. I have the freedom to not go see your movies.
Exactly. I wish the Mrs. and Snort were here because I'd say the theater. They love to pick on me. It's the theater. And then my European friends like, that's where you go for plays. It's cinema. I'm like, theater. I'm Southern. You're not going to change me. We're still fighting the Civil War down here.
That's right.
And he's still good. She was good in Kong Skull Island. I remember that movie.
Buddy, I agree. I absolutely love that movie. Absolutely love it.
What is the craziest or funniest memory you have from a stream that you were on?
Oh, funny memory. I mean, nothing appropriate.
Well, go ahead. We specialize in non-appropriate around here.
I couldn't replicate it. Well, okay. I was on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. His channel is now called Stone Cold Loki.
Right.
And it was his Friday night stream, and I was on there with Coach from Echo Base Network. And I can't remember if this all happened the same night. Mexican Iron Man was there. Tom was probably there. But Mikey had been drinking quite a bit, and he took a flashlight, and I don't know how we got on the subject, but we started talking about sphincters and how many sphincters the body has. And he took his flashlight and he started looking around his body, looking for trying to count all his sphincters. That was, I mean, you had to be there. It sounds so dumb when I'm saying it. I wish I hadn't started the story. But
well, when you say sphincter, that's kind of like what? It's like it had to be.
Never mind. I don't have any funny.
All right. Well, anyway, that's kind of. Everybody go find that stream. Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm like, what the hell? It had to be good when you go something like that. But
Culture Casino, late night culture, Sunday night. He used to have a show that used to just go off the rails.
Yeah,
absolutely go off the rails. And sometimes Culture gets, and I don't know if he's faking it or not. So he would get like legitimately mad at Nick Weiser for interrupting him and Tom for dragging something out, or I mean, I still to this day don't know if it's real or not.
Listen, I love when shows go off the rails. They go off the rails all the time here, and that's what makes it fun and enjoyable to have a lot of fun with stuff. Do you do much with the theme parks? I mean, are you much of a theme park?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. No.
So you don't have any favorite theme park or ride then?
No, I used to love roller coasters.
Well, used to.
Boy, that was back in the day.
When you were a kid, what parks did you go? Six Flags or did you do Disney's?
Six Flags. Boy, that was a drive. I've been to Knott's Berry Farm.
That's a
I've been
place I'd
to
love to go.
Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
What's that other? Did I say Cedar Point?
Mm-mm.
Cedar Point.
No,
What's the one outside Chicago? There's a Six Flags outside
I
Chicago.
believe so. Yeah.
Carnival, like the local county fair, which is always scary. You drive past this location and it's, a bare field. And then the next day you drive by and there's all these huge rides that have been set up like almost overnight. And it's like, how safe is that really?
My wife, her dad worked at carnivals, and he told them never ride the rides at the fairs. And she won't.
Really?
Yeah, because he was a carny, and he's like, don't ride them, and she won't. She has trouble riding rides at like Disney and some things like that, because she's like, if you promise that will not stop upside down, or the ride will not stop, I'll ride it. And I'm like, I cannot do that. I cannot promise something like that. Oh,
so you guys are theme park people.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Six Flags. Yeah. So she just said, yeah, Six Flags. Yeah, we do. We're now in the Universal stage more than anything else. That's what we're at with. We're going back to Epic Universe. Oh my God, going in there. It's crazy. It's like sensory overload. I walked in the Nintendo Land, and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, it was music, everything's moving, and I'm like, kids with sensory issues would just like melt. I mean, you walked into and it was all yeah.
I guess I have like a fetish of living through people vicariously because I follow multiple channels that just do theme parks and cruise ships. Like I would never in a billion years go on a cruise ship. But for some reason I like watching people's like shorts on, different experiences that they've had on cruise ships. It's like entertaining. I get to see the highlights of it without having to get norovirus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting. So yeah, and the Navy Pier, there's some. Tom said Epic. Actually, I met Tom down in Epic with Lorena too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it was cool.
Okay.
I love meeting people though too. Do you ever get down to Florida much?
No.
Oh,
too hot, too many bugs. Yeah, I'm such a homebody, especially, I've got animals and, like I said, I had dogs for most of my life. The only traveling I would really do with them was to dog shows. So it's just, they're happier at home. And I can't imagine, I never had to board my dogs. I would leave them with family when I went to Star Wars celebrations, conventions. But I never like to be away from them.
Did you ever get to the Star Wars down in Orlando, celebrations in Orlando or not?
No, never went. I went to the first 3, the one in Denver and then 2 in Indianapolis. And that's
okay. We never got to the others. We went to all those that were here in Orlando. So,
okay.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up in the next 15 minutes, but we got the lightning round of questions, which usually takes 45 minutes. So,
okay. No pressure.
All right. Anyway, here we go, folks. What is the purpose of this? Is give me your first answer. Sometimes we might ask why, but shoot, we talk about parks. Have you ever heard of a place? I wish West Cagle was still around. Action Park.
No.
He was in New Jersey. Read about it. They made a movie with Johnny Knoxville about it, about a theme park with deadly and dangerous. So many injuries in that park.
Oh,
it was designed. It was designed
to kill you.
To kill you, yeah. So, all right, here we go. What's your favorite food?
Ooh, oh God! The first thing that popped into my head was salad.
Okay, I mean,
I love pizza too. Tacos,
salad, pizza, yeah. Oh, there's a holiday theme park in, yeah. Oh, geez, Mr. Angel said he'll never go on a modern cruise ship again. He was hit by a rogue wave. Everything in the kitchen started to list to port and swore to quit the first.
Oh my gosh!
Oh God, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh, you're too funny, Mr. Angel. All right. Okay, we'll take pizza, but salad's permissible. Okay. Well, when you have a salad, what do you like to keep it healthy? Or see, my thing of a salad is I go to salad bar, I destroy the bar. It's all messy. I mean, I can't help it no matter what. The lettuce, everything, the croutons, they all fall everywhere. So, it just happens. But see, I like to throw croutons, bacon bits, ham, turkey, whatever meats on it, and just give it a good Thousand Island dressing. What do you? How? I mean, I take it that you probably have a much more reasonable, healthy salad, right?
Yeah, well, I'm vegan, so it's pretty much
Oh, I didn't
just
know
a
that. Yeah.
big bowl of vegetables and
Okay.
a little bit of oil and vinegar
Mm.
or plant-based ranch
Okay. And so
dressing.
pizza would be something along that line too, right?
Yeah, I love pizza too.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have the vegan? I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember. There is a for vegan there. You can't just use regular cheese, right? It has to be a certain type of cheese processed.
There's plant-based cheese. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Okay. I know there's this stuff, so I'll do.
I mean
Try
all
to.
cheese is processed,
Yeah, and then
whether
you
it's
probably
vegan or
use
not.
vegetables of some type that you want. So
Yeah, lettuce, spinach, pepper, like green peppers, yellow, orange, cucumbers, broccoli,
yeah,
cauliflower, black beans.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite beverage?
Diet Coke.
You like the misses with that.
Yes.
Do you do
Love it.
ice or no ice?
No, it just waters it down.
Well, Mrs. It's her teeth, but she agrees with that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
She
and I'll drink
definitely
it
agrees with
cold.
that.
I'll drink it cold or warm. Like we
Well,
get
Mhm.
we get free pop at work. So yeah, I'll go
Oh gosh,
if
you
I go
said
get
pop. You said pop.
yeah, it's pop. What do you call it? Soda?
Coke.
Well, Coke is a brand. Is
No,
it like
Coke.
Kleenex, where Kleenex is a
Coke.
brand, but it's
It's
okay.
Coke. No, down south it's Coke. It's all Coke.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. But anyway, sorry.
I call it pop. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I know I got a
Yeah.
friend in Ohio that calls it pop too. See,
Yeah,
Fallout Dave's about 40 minutes away from me. So
Yeah, if I get fountain pop from work,
yeah.
then I'll put a
Well,
little
see, the
ice in it.
fountain machines keep it colder anyway. That's what my wife says. No ice because
And it
of not
tastes
only
so
water.
much better. Fountain
I
pop
love a
does.
fountain machine versus a bottle or can.
If
or
I was a
anything.
billionaire, I would have a fountain pop machine installed in my home.
Get one from the Waffle House. They had the best I'm serious. The Waffle House drink machines are like fabulous. I've had to give up the sugar sodas. It's amazing the difference just giving up the sugar sodas did with my A1C.
Yeah.
I had an A1C over 13.
Hmm.
And I got rid of just the sodas themselves. I mean, watched what I ate and some other stuff.
About how long ago? Like what was the time frame?
About a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And it dropped it to under 6 within 6 months.
Wow.
And it's back up at about 7.8, but still it's not bad considering but just the drinks, just the sugar-based drinks is the one thing I have really cut out. Every once in a while I have some. I mean, I'll still have ice cream now and it's not affecting me, but I was drinking 3 to 4 of the 44-ounce sugar-based drinks a day. And
yeah, sometimes I add a little cherry Coke to my Diet Coke.
There you go. Mr. Angel ordered a Coke in Netherlands, and you're going to be mighty surprised before being arrested. We say cola.
Cola.
Coca-Cola. Linda's down south. That pop is 50s and 60s. And Follow Dave said they drink stevia, sweetened soda. And Buddy said, don't get the Waffle House machine. The driver who drops off the soda mix must fight you in every delivery.
It's one of the conditions. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Your favorite hobby in terms of non-gaming?
Non-gaming?
Yeah. Yeah. Not like video games and stuff like that. What's your favorite hobby you like to do? That's not like
I would say
game
reading.
Reading. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm a big bookworm.
Any favorite genres?
Viruses.
Okay. Fiction or nonfiction or both?
Nonfiction.
Okay. Favorite color?
Green.
Oh, you like the misses. Our wedding was hunter green and silver.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's so pretty. That's like Slytherin color. I love Harry Potter.
There you go. Favorite movie?
Return of the Jedi.
I love it too. Yeah. I'm partial to Empire, but I like the happiness the way Jedi ended, especially certain scenes, Yeah. Favorite sport, if any?
To watch?
Yeah, to watch. Or you can say play. I mean, I meant in this case, is there a sport that you like to watch?
Baseball. I'm a Chicago Cubs. I was born in Chicago,
Yay!
and so I'm.
They're struggling though right now.
They've been struggling for years. But yes, I'm a big baseball fan.
Yeah, they might make the playoffs, but they went in a tank. I knew it because they always do in the damn. What the hell is with Milwaukee? Milwaukee should be in the American League like in the old days. And who the hell goes to Milwaukee? They need to, just friggin'. I'd rather have St. Louis ahead of the Cubs than Milwaukee. But,
My grandpa played for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Really?
Back in
Wow,
the day,
that is awesome. That's a cool story. Okay, that's good. Do you like football by any chance in any degree?
Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. Okay, so you're more NFL than college, right?
Yeah, I pro all the way.
Well, guess what? You made a great friend here, not just for Snorta Poopus, but Jess. Jess is our resident Bears fan.
Oh, really? Yay!
Yep. She's up near Chicago still.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
favorite dessert, candy, or sweet?
Oh, dessert, candy, or sweet? I'm gonna say Skittles.
Oh, those are so damn addictive.
Yeah,
They're so addictive, and you just start. I have to eat them like 3 or 4 at a time. I can't just eat one at a time.
Oh no, that's for amateurs. I couldn't tell you the last time I had any Skittles. I'm trying to remember the last time I had any candy. I do love candy. I absolutely love it. And also dots. Dots are super good too.
See, my thing is if it's around, I'll eat it. If it's not around, I won't eat it. But then again, I've got still half a gallon of ice cream in there I've not touched. To me, sometimes out of sight, out of mind. Although my wife, when she knows it's around, would be getting it. I see here, just popping them. Was raised to be a Bears fan before I understood anything. I'm barely considered by Chicago by being Kankakee County. So,
okay.
But you're close enough. Yeah, your uncle and dad, I think.
I was raised to be a Cubs fan and a Bears fan.
Brewers have been playing well baseball, but struggled against as of late. But with the Cubs winning most of the games in the latest series, I'm sure it's not a runaway division just yet. Yeah, last I checked was 7 games. There's still time, but 7 games is a lot this late in the season. But now with the playoffs and all that other stuff, see, that's one of the problems I've had with baseball is that the tradition's gone in terms of we see all these commercials and ads on the field. The baseball contracts are so stupid where you can barely find the teams you want. And, and all the marketing in the stadiums, like looking at Wrigley Field and seeing the electric signs and stuff like that, it just breaks my heart because I like in the 80s, late 80s, I was a usher for a minor league team. That's what the minor leagues did. Signs out there in the stadium, all the stuff around the stadium. Yeah. It was minor league. Major league city stadiums didn't do that. It was looked as, that's what the minor leaguers do. And to look at Wrigley Field now breaks my heart. I remember the bullpen on the field, not hidden away behind the wall and stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love the old style. I love day baseball. And of course, up there with Darth Maul of my rampages is what I call inbreeding play. The American League and National League should be 2 separate, distinct leagues with their own offices, their own umpires, and never to meet to the World Series. Thank you, Six.
I agree. I got into baseball back in the 80s. Ryan Sandberg, who just passed away recently.
He's my hero. Growing up, I modeled my stuff after him.
Jody Davis, Davey Martinez.
Yep.
That
was
when
Leon Durham.
Oh my God, he was
Bobby
the
Dernier.
best.
Bobby Dernier.
That was when I got into baseball and collected baseball cards. And
that's what happened with me in the 80s with this WGN. I go home to my dad's shop every day. He got cable because he's a TV repairman. I'm watching Cubs games every day. Yeah. I mean, I said screw the Atlanta Braves.
I used to watch the Braves because we had WGN and then TBS. Mm-hmm. And they would play the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs games. Yep. And if they weren't on TV, I'd listen to them on the radio.
Yeah, now though it's all shot to hell because they tell you they get these other great games, and even on Major League Baseball Network, if there's a friggin' Rays or Marlins game anywhere, we get blocked out
Mhm.
because of regional restrictions. They
Right.
need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Because baseball and hockey do not belong in Florida. Period. I'm sorry. It's what it is. There you go. I said it. Jess said the Chicago viewing area for TV in early 2000s. We had the Bears down here for training camp. Working was my first proper job that wasn't babysitting your cousins.
Oh, that's cool.
And Tree said the NL Central, but I'm seeing rumors for expansion. There will be a realignment. But first question is, how many expansion teams will get the thumbs up? And second, how does one realign? But that is a conversation, a different day, different time. I am one that honestly believes in all these major sports. There's too many teams already. They've overexpanded.
Yeah.
When we see the Florida Marlins in Miami, they had an announced crowd against the Colorado Rockies on a Monday night of 5,844 people.
Hmm.
And it looked like 200 in the stands.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, because they insisted building the stadium, not where they had played on the county line, but in downtown Miami. And who wants to go to downtown Miami that time of day?
That sounds like a nightmare.
It is. So, oh my gosh. Oh God, I don't know which part of that happened, Tom F. Oh yeah, that's what Chewy said. What I hate about TBSA, you cannot see the Astros in Houston. It was blacked out despite had it on direct TV on the job site. Funny thing is, it was a West Coast feed, and I thought the TV went out.
Oh no!
See, that's the problem with baseball. Those things where if it's going to be shown on a channel, it needs to be shown. Forget these territorial restrictions. I think that's one of the worst things to do. They need to embrace. They need to do like the NFL, where they embrace like a fan in Dallas might like a team in California or things like that.
And it's only with sports.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Good night, Carol. Everyone have a good night. Need to figure out how to get the Norton McAfee windows to stop popping up, covering the chat. Hey, typing from your phone. Hey, Carol, thank you for coming in again. And if you talk to Erica, please tell her hello for us. And best wishes to you and your hubby down there. And y'all have a great night. And we got two more questions for you, Six.
Okay.
What is your favorite video game?
Jungle Hunt.
Ooh.
I used to skip school to go to the arcade and play Jungle Hunt.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, I liked back in the day of quarter arcades where you put your quarter on there next up, and it just had fun. I miss those days. Those were so much fun.
Yeah.
We actually had an arcade next to us when I first started my first job. We'd go over there at lunch sometimes, just play video games. All these adults in suits over there playing video games. So, no, you're not hallucinating. There is a cat. It is Six's cat.
There is a kitty.
Yes,
my little wubby.
Streams would not be complete without a cat present. And in terms of video games themselves, do you prefer playing on a PC or console? And if so, what console?
I've only played on a console. I have a PS4. I was talking with Dadman before the show about trying to see if I can play Fortnite on my laptop so I can play with him and Mrs. Dadman sometime. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you download it and we try it and see how it works and get your ID and see how it goes depending on the buffering and connections and stuff. And probably if you can hardwire versus Wi-Fi, though. But we'll
I'm
work it
hooked
out.
up to an Ethernet right now.
Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll find a way to work it out. Definitely. So, okay, that's all the questions we got. Hey, that's one of the fastest rounds of these I've had ever. Blackout restrictions is no good, but fortunately to see said team on the RSN. I hardly see how the commentating team sounds like through TBS, but I've seen folks who hated how Fox was commenting when the Astros were on TV. Yeah, I tell you what, modern broadcasting sucks. I mean, my God, I sat there and watched a thing about the great Harry Carey with Bill Murray at the first Chicago night game, and they had a beer there. And it's like, and then Vince Scully with the Dodgers, Keith Jackson, Natty. And he said, Miami. And just all these great announcers over time that we've lost. Even Al Michaels, who's still around, is really good, but I consider him one of the last of the old breed. But Mel Allen, I mean, just so many voices. They just let the game speak, and their passion came in through. What I find is a lot of time, like whether it's Joe Buck or other people, they're also trying to overhype everything, where they become more the focus than the event that they're hyping.
We need another Keith Hernandez for modern day baseball.
Yeah, Fortnite is still on the PS4. Yes, it is. She's talking about whether the computer will run it though. Yeah. So that's the question we got to figure out if it will work. So, all right. Yeah, I agree. Well, Six, it's been wonderful. We're going to go ahead and cut off here right short of 2 hours. Thank you so much
Okay.
tonight.
Thank you so much for the invite.
We'll have to have another stream then too and continue it on more topics. But Jess, if you don't mind, yeah, people got to roll. Jess, if you don't mind, get Mrs. Link in because I want to send everybody over there soon. So, because Miss is about to go live though on her thing there. And yeah, have a great night, everybody. Before you leave, I want you at least go if you could go say hi to the missus when she gets started. I'd appreciate it. Buddy, thank you so much. Chewy, now if Six has a gaming laptop, then it's a good thing. You have a gaming laptop or just a regular laptop?
Paul Chatto picked out my laptop for me. We were messaging each other on Twitter, and he was asking me about what I wanted, what I was looking for, my price range, the size I wanted, and he told me to get this one, and I bought it. So I don't know if it's a gaming laptop or not.
How long ago did you get it?
Year and a half.
It may run Fortnite. We'll have to test and see then. So, all right, folks, there is the link for the Mrs. Chat, Mrs. Show. Please, if you don't mind, go over there and tell her hello. Six, do you have any final thoughts or anything that you want to say before we leave tonight?
Remember to help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered.
There you go. And the price is right. But Six, thank you so much. I really appreciate doing this with you, and I really have thing. And of course, Mrs. will be live tomorrow also for Cartoon Mornings. She will be home for that though, at least. So she will be on mic. But yes, go over there, say hi to the missus, hit that link, and go tell her I sent you to say hello. On that note, everybody, have a great night, and we will hold on, God, what the heck? Anyway, hitting too many dang buttons. So everybody have a great night. We will catch you later. Bye all.